2020 was a crazy year for so many reasons. With the pandemic raging and disrupting so much of what was normal life for most of us, many people suffered emotionally, economically, and socially. It didn't come as much of a surprise to me that so many of our members, affiliates, and brokerages stepped up and took the opportunity to do good in their communities in the middle of this disruption. That's what realtors are all about, serving their local communities, whether it's helping people with their housing needs, defending property rights, or serving those communities during tough times. Realtors are all about serving in their local communities, and here are just a few examples of the good that was done by our members in 2020. After that, we're going to present our awards for the year 2020.
When the quarantine started and we all started working from home, I started Facebook games every day. I think it was at 3 o'clock. And it was just a way for people to, like you said, they can include their families as well as themselves, and we would give away prizes. So that would be, we did bingo, Pictionary, and we just did that every day. And then we did taper down a little bit when people kind of started to venture back out a little bit. And then of course now I'm not doing it since we're mostly out again. But 2020, I think we all know and all, was just a little bit difficult, challenging, but I really like that it made us think outside of the box. It also brought a lot of families closer. I know it gave us some more extra family time and some downtime, but it was cool to see how other people just really stepped up and brought out the good. And it would be nice if we could do that all the time. But maybe that's what we can take away with 2020, is just be better and be nicer.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Christensen. I'm a realtor here in Utah County and have been for about 6 years. I work for Keller Williams, KW Westfield in Orem, and I run the KW Cares Committee here. Every year, the second Thursday of May, Keller Williams shuts down worldwide to do an annual day of service. In 2020, we did 15,000 meals for kids in Utah with food insecurities. We included, all of our clients and friends and family and all of the agents here within our office to collect food and money to go towards these children. Also this year, we partnered with For the Kids Foundation in November, and we did over 900 turkeys to feed 900 families here in Utah for Thanksgiving. It was an incredible experience. It was awesome to think that we gave all of these families not just a meal, but a holiday. It was a super cool experience. To wrap up the year, we partnered with Christmas Box House. It's a shelter for children, and these kids are coming to Christmas Box House awaiting to be placed in foster care. So they come to the home with literally nothing but the clothes that they are wearing. And they're leaving devastating situations. They've either been abused, their parents have gone to jail, they're not safe in their home environments, and so they've been removed and taken to Christmas Box House to live. They don't know if they'll be there for a night, they could be there for 6 months. When they get there, they go through what they call a closet, and they get a stuffed animal and pajamas and sheets and a blanket and all the necessities that they're going to need. We did 104 pillows, 91 stuffed animals, 106 blankets, 110 pairs of pajamas, 58 sets of sheets, and 160 snacks for the kids at Christmas Box House. We also did $3,500 to replace their beds that were in need of being replaced. So it's been an awesome experience running KW Cares this year at Keller Williams, and we just love to give back to the community. We think that, we're so blessed to work here in Utah and have the ability to also give back to the community that gives so much to us.
Hey friends, this is Lorraine Gaffin. I am a realtor with KW Westfield, have been a realtor for about 2 years. I'm going to talk a little bit about some things that happened in my life during COVID. First of all, I decided to call all of my SOI because I needed to know if they were going to be okay or not. So I called all my neighbors and friends. They were afraid of being at home all by themselves and had no one from the outside world to talk with. So I just asked them if they were doing all right. We had an earthquake and we had the COVID hit. And so most people were okay. They just were lonesome at home. I just wanted to make sure they knew somebody cared, that somebody was interested in what was happening with them. A lot of people have been paying attention to our first responders and people like that. And so I got to thinking, you know, our garbage guys and our mailman come regularly. The mailman comes every day and he doesn't miss a beat. And our garbage guys, what would we do without them if they didn't come every week? So I made a couple of signs and took them out to them and thanked them for coming. And oh my gosh, it has been the funnest thing because the mailman stops and chats with my husband. The garbage guys, even when they're down the street and turning the corner, they wave to me, which is hilarious. And so I've got 3 new friends that I never knew before. And they really appreciated being thanked for just doing their jobs, which is awesome. Big or small, we have tried to serve our community and help them through this virus time. It's just crazy. I guess the way to look at it is your attitude makes a big difference. And if you look at it as a time to be down and out and whine and cry about it, of course that's what you get paid back. But if you look for ways to serve other people, it always does more for you than it does for them.
Hi, this is Bill Freeze with Realty Path. I've been a realtor now for over 20 years. As most of you know, for the last 40 years, the Provo Freedom Festival has been the flagship patriotic program in our country. For the last 9 years, I've had the opportunity to serve as the Provo Freedom Festival PIN chairman. Each year, the Freedom Festival PIN honors and recognizes the freedoms we enjoy as Americans. In 2020, in an effort to make more young people aware of what the Freedom Festival stands for, we decided to include students from both Provo and Timpview high schools in the development of our PIN design. I was able to meet with art teachers at both high schools and explained our plans. They took the project back to their art students, and artwork was submitted by both schools to our Freedom Festival board. 2 winners were announced: Vienna Boys of Timpview and Alyssa Churchill of Provo. Both girls are recognized in the Provo Daily Herald for their pin designs. Normally, we sell the pins during our 35 different Freedom Festival events, but this year, because of COVID-19 virus, all the events except the fireworks display were canceled. We decided instead to give each senior at Timpview, Provo, and also Independence High School a complimentary Freedom pin in their graduation packet. The senior students and their parents were thrilled to get these pins that recognized our U.S. veterans. We also distributed the pins to local U.S. veterans in Utah County and to all Provo police officers and Provo firefighters. And they were also very appreciative of this gesture. I want to say thanks to all of our Utah County realtors for their support of the Freedom Festival, their purchasing of pins in the past, and also their help in selling pins at different Freedom Festival events. The Provo Freedom Festival is recognized nationwide as one of the top patriotic organizations and events, celebrating our nation's history and the freedoms that we enjoy. Remember, the price of freedom is never paid. God bless America, and thanks again, realtors, for all of your help.
There's about 1.2 million people sex trafficked annually in the U.S. And for adult women, there were less than 700 beds throughout the United States to place them to help them with rehabilitation or other similar treatments, okay? My cousin contacted me and said, hey, I was wondering if you could help me get this thing going. And it's been unreal. You know, I largely am responsible for the community outreach, getting connections with different groups that want to do service projects. We have purchased a farm in Highland. It's just over 2 acres, and the place is transformed. We are able to house a few women that have been sex trafficked there at the house on the property, but then we have an animal therapy farm, behind. We've got chickens and goats and alpacas and rabbits and horses for equine therapy, and we basically built out that farm. And any groups, I try to help arrange those groups that come in and volunteer. And then obviously with KW, when I was with KW, I was on the KW Cares Committee and organized a KW Cares Day where we went in and helped lay sod and clean up the property and paint and do multiple things. And it's neat. We basically specialize in the complete rehabilitation and acclimation of these women wherever they're at in the recovery process, back into society. I didn't realize being a realtor would, because I'm barely in my 3rd year. I'll be a realtor 3 years May 1st. And I had no idea coming into this, the opportunities outreach-wise that it would provide and how fulfilling it is and awesome it is.